So, I'm going to address this issue formally with the Métis Nation of Ontario and Mark Miller of Indigenous Affairs Canada. Mark Miller was approached by myself and several other people about when the Métis Nation would have their names added to the First Nation Peoples List of Canada. And then and only then do we truly become intact with our rights and government subsidies. And he couldn't be bothered talking about it because Métis Nation, Inuit, their names aren't on the list, so it's not me you talk to. Talk to your president. So you abandon the Métis Nation. You allow the world to believe that they are respected as First Nation peoples in Canada, but you don't bother finalizing the process. That you claim truth and reconciliation, and you intentionally evade, avoid, and commit assimilation by administration. That's all you guys are doing. The Métis Nation citizen needs to wake up quickly. We need to choose a proper president this year. Somebody who is going to fight to have us added to the First Nation Peoples List of Canada. Somebody who's going to fight with the American Indian Act or the Canadian Indian Act. And somebody who's going to fight for our rights, truly, as they should have, as they said they were going to. You know, each citizen should have been given a plot of land and some money to build their own house. You got $52 billion and turned around and told we, the citizen, that we are too incompetent to care for ourselves, that you would buy apartment buildings and rent them to us cheap. We would own nothing and be happy. That is not fair, correct, nor legal. And by repeatedly installing non-Indigenous leadership, the problem never gets addressed. We should have community freezers full of traditional food, deer, moose, fish, other. They said they ran out of money. The community freezer is no longer available to the handicapped or the elder. We can only get a Walmart card. And the traditional food they buy in St. Catherine goes out to the staff. It's sickening what is happening because it's to the tune of billions of dollars. You're not just taking some extra food from us. You stolen our houses. You've stolen our business grants. You've stolen our startup money. You've stolen our education money. You've stolen our compensations. Absolutely everything. Our healthcare money. Everything. And then you refuse it. Oh, you're a racist. You get nothing. I don't like your tone of voice. You get nothing. If you don't make me happy, you'll get nothing. Those are all very big statements, but they have been made. When you vote for Métis Nation this year, you can't vote on, oh, Mark Mantha, he's obviously not Métis, but he's a politician from the local area, so what the heck? Or the repeat leaders from the same church as the secretaries of Moon River. That's so corrupt. The treasurer told me I didn't even run. They nominated me and then got me the job and came and gave me a check and said, "You're hired." Are you kidding me? The Métis Nation of Ontario is so corrupt that the Métis Nation citizens we're being left in poverty while everybody else carries around dancing in beads about how well we're cared for. I can't even get funding for health care. Oh, we don't like your personality. Discriminating against me because of my mental health. Discriminating against me because of my color. Discriminating against me because of my ethnic opinion or culture. Discriminating against me because I'm Métis. The entire setup of Native housing was based around the racial profiling of Native American and Métis citizens, that we were not competent enough to keep our own homes. So they would buy apartment buildings from Ontario Housing cheap, and they would rent them to us. And we would have nothing, worry about nothing, pay a little rent and be happy. Do you understand what they've done to you? They put you in Native housing because they've taken the money that they were given to buy you a house, bought themselves an apartment building, and then rented it to you. Understand that. That is 100% what they did across the board to the Métis Nation people. Oh, you're on Ontario Disability Support? Well, then you'll get nothing from us because we don't consider ODSP poverty. If ODSP doesn't pay for it, we don't pay for it. You're supposed to lift us out of poverty. The whole point was so that we could access health care that ODSP wouldn't pay for, and then you turn around and say, if they don't pay, we don't pay. It's not emergent. You know, I know you have no teeth, but it's far from your heart. You're not bleeding. Everything's fine now. See you later. It is so corrupt and unfair. So when you go and you are going to vote for your leader of the Métis Nation of Ontario this year, vote for the leader who is looking out for your people, not for the PCMNO agenda of rewriting the citizenship regulations so that they can bring everybody else into our nation, ask the government for more money, while the whole while helping their own and leaving us 100% still the original, abandoned. What's that they say? Deal with it yourself. There's only one way to deal with it, and that is expose you all for what you are: imposters and political thieves.